Hey, hi everyone, and welcome to one more tutorial. My name is Vivian and I am the designer behind Craft Co's Designs. So if you are not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you will be notified every time I post a new tutorial. And in today's tutorial, I brought this very beginner friendly cowl that you can also make a infinity scarf. It's a very quick project. You just need to know 2 or 3 stitches and techniques, and you should have this beautiful and textured piece. And it's great for a Christmas gift and works up pretty quickly. And as I said, you can make in a variety of sizes. You just depend on how many stitches you make for your foundation chains. And for this cowl, I used a pound of love yarn from Lion brand. It seems a little bit darker on the screen, but it's a little bit lighter. It's a very beautiful blue shade. But you can use any yarn that you want to. In fact, if you use like a bulk yarn, it will actually works up even more quickly than using this yarn right here, but it's up to you. You can go ahead and use the same one that I used. The label says you should use the 6mm hook, but I like to work with the 5mm, so it's up to you. There is not exactly a gouge for this project, and you can make in a variety of sizes that you want, the length or the height. It will be up to you, but I will show you how many stitches I've used for my foundation chain to make this size right here. So let's go ahead. Let me show you what we will need. So we will need the yarn, the 5mm hook, or the size that you prefer to work with. You will also need a pair of scissors, and you will need the tapestry needle just to weave in the ends, and you should be fine with this material. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. But before, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell notification button so you will be notified every time I post a new tutorial. And I hope you enjoy it. So let's go ahead and learn how to do it. Start the project with a slip knot, and usually this is how you can make the slip knot. Use any technique that you'd like to that feels more comfortable for you. But what I do, I usually put the yarn around my finger and insert the hook underneath it. I just make a 360-degree round, and it will create this loop here on the hook. Just go ahead and yarn over, hold that like right here. Let me show you. So hold that in place and pull through that loop. So this is how I make my slip knot, but you can make that using any technique that feels more comfortable to you. So for this project, you can use any foundation chain number that you'd like to. It will depend on the length of the project that you want to create. For mine, I made a foundation chain of 90, but as long as you make a foundation chain of even numbers, you should be fine. So go ahead and chain as much as you would like to. I will go ahead and chain 90 because this is what I want for my project. So go ahead and start chaining. So I'll chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I will keep going until I have the number of chains that I would like to, as long as I said, as long as it is an even number. Once you have the foundation chain with as many chains that you would like to for the length of your project, so go ahead and just slip stitch on the very first chain. So just make sure that your foundation chain is not twisted. So just go ahead and make sure that it's not twisted, and once you double check, come right here, insert the hook on the very first chain, and you will slip stitch right on that first chain. So insert the hook, pull up a loop, pull through that chain, and pull through that very first loop on your hook. So now go ahead and chain 1 and 2, and this chain 2 will not count as a half double crochet. So now this very first round right here will be a round of half double crochets all around. So to make a half double crochet, you will yarn over, insert the hook inside that chain. So in this case, we will insert the hook on the very first one because this chain 2 does not count as a half double crochet. So insert the hook, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops on the hook. Go ahead, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. So this is how you make a half double crochet. So go ahead, yarn over again, insert the hook on the next stitch, grab the yarn, pull up a loop, you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So what you will do now, you just keep moving along and keep going until you get to the end of this round. And at the end of this round, I will come back here and show you how we will start working our X stitch round. So just, if you want to pause this video right now, just go ahead and do it and work your round of half double crochets, and I'll meet you guys here once we have it done. Once you get here at the end of the round 1, again, make sure your project is not twisted, and go ahead and slip stitch on the top of this very first half double crochet. Now to start the second round, go ahead and chain 2. This chain 2 will not count as a double crochet. And now what we will do is a round of X stitches. So the X stitch consists of 2 double crochets crossed one across another. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So go ahead, to make a double crochet, you will go ahead and yarn over. And so since these 2 stitches, these 2 chains, they do not count as a double crochet, we will still count this very first stitch right here. So you will skip this first one, come here on the second one, and here is where we will place our double crochet. But to make that texture, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So you see this texture right here, where you can see like this texture right here. So to make that texture, we will work all the rounds from now on, working on the back loop only. So when you look at your stitch, you will see 2 loops, the front and the back. So to work on the back loop only, instead of insert the hook this way, grabbing both loops, you will insert the hook between them and grab only the back loop. From now on, all the rounds that we will work, we will grab the back loop. Let's go ahead and create our first X stitch. So yarn over, skip the first one. On the second one, grabbing only the back loop, go ahead and grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the other 2 loops. Now to create that X stitch, go ahead and yarn over again. Now you come back here on that very first stitch that we skipped and insert the hook, grabbing the back loop only, grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now you have your first X stitch. So let's go ahead and work the second one. So yarn over, and now this is the next stitch. We will skip this one and place a double crochet right here on the next one, working on the back loop only. So insert the hook between both loops, grab only the back loop, grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now go ahead and come back here on that stitch that we just skipped, yarn over, insert the hook, grabbing only the back loop, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and now you have your second X stitch. Let me make once more so you can understand. Yarn over, skip the next stitch, on the next one working on the back loop only, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So then you have your first double crochet. Now to make the crossed one, yarn over, go back to that stitch that we just skipped, insert the hook, grabbing the back loop only, and make a double crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you will just keep working X stitches all around until you get to the end of the round. Just make sure you have an even number, and the second round you just go ahead and keep working all your X stitches until you get to the end of this round. So you can pause the video right now. I will keep working on my round of X stitches, and you can do the same, and I'll meet you guys once we have this round completed so I can show you how to start the third one. I'm almost at the end of this round, so I'll make here my last X stitch, and when you get to the very end of this round, just go ahead and slip stitch right here on the top of the very first double crochet, chain 2, and this chain 2 will not count as a double crochet, actually as a half double crochet. And now what we will go ahead and repeat this round right here, but now working on the back loop only, the same way that we did here on the X stitch round. So go ahead and yarn over, and since your 2 chains do not count as a stitch, so go ahead and insert the hook right here on the very first stitch, grabbing just the back loop, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, yarn over again on the next stitch, grabbing on the back loop only. So grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So you will see that texture like start being created. You will keep going doing the same thing until the end of this round. Just work 1 half double crochet for each stitch of the previous round. Once you get here at the end of the round 3, go ahead and slip stitch on the very first half double crochet. From now on, what you will do is pretty much just repeat round 2 and 3, always working on the back loop only, so you will have this textured effect right here. Just make sure to grab the back loop only and just go ahead and repeat as many times as you want the rounds 2 and 3 until you have the height that you would like for your project. We'll go ahead and finish mine, and I will show you guys, and I will let you know how many times I have repeated rounds 3 and 2. This is my finished piece. After that 3rd round, I repeated rounds 2 and 3 7 more times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this was enough for me. I thought it was a good height and good length, but as I said, this is a project that you can make in any size that you would like to. So just make sure your foundation chain is made of even numbers, because you need multiples of 2 to make those X stitches. And go ahead and work on the back loop only, so you will see this texture here, and just make this piece so charming. And it's perfect for the fall, perfect for winter, perfect for a very quick Christmas gift. And I would love to see your project, so if you make one of those, make sure to tag me on Instagram. It's Craft Codes Designs. And again, if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next tutorial.